So I hope that felt good. I think it's just kind of a moment between these two. Both of them have this one thing in common. Hey friends, hey, welcome back to SheSoDramatic. Thank you for joining me for another video. I wanted to come to you today with something a little bit different. I shared a couple of videos back that I do have a new faith planner or faith binder. And so I wanted to share that with you today in case it gives you ideas of how you can organize or structure your faith binder. I mentioned also, I want to address this, that I really don't prefer to have separate binders for my separate needs. I really do prefer to have everything all in one binder, which is why I usually use my happy planner for everything, and then I just create separate sections past the weekly pages for the different needs that I have. I really do prefer to keep everything in one place. I don't like to have to reach for a different binder for a different part of my life. I prefer to keep it all in place, which is why mine is so big and fat. But that's just kind of been my preference and how I've been handling my planner system all this time. But let me tell you what happened. What happened was we have a really good family friend that sells craftsy items. And so she posted something on Facebook that I thought would be a very good fit for my happy planner. So she was making these like really pretty dashboard looking, I don't know what to call these. I guess just dashboards. That's what I thought it was. This is what happens when you don't read or ask enough questions. So she had posted this Faith Over Fear design, and she said that it came available with your initials. It could be personalized, whatever you wanted to put at the bottom. It could have been a scripture or whatever. And so I did not pay attention to the fact, first of all, that this is resin material. So it's really, really thick. And it's a really hard plastic, okay? So that's the first thing that I didn't pay attention to. The second thing, I paid attention to the way the holes were punched. I asked her specifically if she could leave it unpunched so that I could punch it myself and add it to my happy planner. I was thinking, again, that this was kind of a dashboard type of material, that it was going to be a really thin plastic that I could punch myself, not realizing, first of all, that her template comes pre-punched. That's what she explained to me, that it comes pre-punched. So this is an A5, I believe is the size. This is pre-punched for an A5 style planner. And again, the material is so thick that I don't think it would have worked for me as a dashboard. I think it would have been too heavy. So once I got the product, of course I wanted to support her, so I ordered it anyway. And once I got the product, I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to create a separate faith binder and use it for that. So I'm going to do it this way and see how it works for me to have this separate from my main planner. But I just wanted to come on again and share with you how I'm setting up my faith binder. So the first thing I had to do, I had to run out and buy an A5 size binder cover so that I could put this inside of it. So I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I left the tag on here so that you could see what it was. So this is the Agenda 52 brand. Make sure this is in focus. There you go. So this is the Agenda 52 brand, and this is their 6-ring planner binder. And again, I believe this size is considered A5. The price was $18.99, but I did get a 40% discount. You know how Hobby Lobby does with their sale items. So I just wanted to show you that. I wanted to leave this on here so that I could show that to you. So now that I finally have, am I still in focus? Now that I finally have, I'm going to go ahead and tear this off. And I'm working kind of awkwardly right now because my nails are a little wet. And once my nails completely dry, I'll be able to get in here and remove that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in there. I'll probably just put something decorative right here in this open window. So there are two pockets in addition to this open window. There are two additional pockets where I could layer some decor, or I could have a pad of sticky notes or something like that to put in there, or maybe just some faith-inspired stickers. I could store them in there. But anyway, so this is how I have decided to structure my faith binder. I did go ahead and purchase these tabs as well as some pre-printed pages, also from Agenda 52. So I'll share with you, I think, the system that I'm going to use. So this first tab, I've got 6 tabs that I can play with here. But what I have in here already is this pre-printed page for devotionals. So I'm thinking that this first section can be my daily devotional. If there is a scripture, a daily scripture or something that I'm focusing on for the day, I could add that here. And then obviously there is a space for prayer requests, a space for answered prayers, my blessings, and some reminders. And there's even a prompt down here. This first one says, who do you believe Jesus to be? Do you believe he holds the power to affect certain difficult issues in your life? Identify where you need help and involve him. So I thought that was a great prompt. I don't know if it's the same prompt on every page. No, it's a different prompt. Okay, so that's great. So again, this first section I think I can use as a daily devotional. The second section, I found some pages that are titled a sermon and study notes. So I can use this for the Sunday sermon notes or either our weekly Bible study that our church does. I can use this section for notes on either the topic of the week or whatever the Sunday sermon was about. I can use this section for that. For this next section, I thought about possibly having a dedicated space for prayer requests. I know there was a little small space on that first devotional page, but I thought about having a dedicated section just for prayer requests or my prayer journal, so to speak. I could definitely use this space for prayer journaling. And then maybe this next section, I could identify specific people in my life that I want to pray for. So I could use this as a list for specific prayer requests for the individuals in my life, family and friends, and just other people that I want to pray for. The other day, I found myself really, my heart was really pricked to pray for the people in Libya because of this flood. Which has killed over 6,000 people. The last time I checked, the death count or the death toll was up past 6,000, as well as the earthquake in Morocco. The last time I looked there, that death toll was over 2,000. So my heart was pricked just to really pray for those areas. So I could use this section, like I said, for individual prayer requests or specific things like that that are happening in our world. And then I've got 2 more sections back here that I could just kind of decide what I want to use those for. We have a couple of things that are coming up in church. We are preparing for our pastor's anniversary, and then we are also preparing for our Christmas program. So we are meeting about that as well. So maybe I could jot down ideas while we are in those meetings. So I've got a couple of extra sections back here that I can use for just whatever I need in the moment. I did stick one of these really pretty felt pens. I talked about these felt pens in my planner accessory haul video. In case you missed it. So in case you missed it, the brand name for these felt pens is the Catalina, and I just love the colors. So because I've got some green going on here in the binder cover, I chose green to stick in the loop. So I wanted to share that with you. I am going to attempt to have a separate faith binder that is separate from my happy planner, and we'll just see how this works out for me. One of the things that I joke about my personality is that I don't know if you've ever heard that theory. I'm sure you've heard the theory, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Well, there's another theory that's out there that kind of just talks about the different personalities between men and women. And it's the theory is called men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti. And the idea behind that is that men are better at compartmentalizing different areas of their life. Like work goes in one compartment, family goes in another compartment, maybe hobbies go in another, finances go in another, just like the different sections or compartments of a waffle. And very rarely does one compartment spill over into another. Like the theory is that men are better at compartmentalizing the different areas of their life, and one thing doesn't necessarily affect or spill over into another area. That's the theory. Listen, don't get in these comments arguing with me. So the other part of that, men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti. The idea there is that women usually every area of their life touches the other areas, just like spaghetti. And I don't know about anybody else, but I am definitely that way. My life is like spaghetti. Everything touches everything else, which is why I like to have all of my stuff in one place. So we will see how that works out for me having a separate faith binder. I'll keep you posted with how it's working out, and leave me a comment in the comments. Leave me a remark in the comments and let me know how true you think that theory is. Men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti. Let me know if that holds true for you. It definitely does for me. So that is my new faith binder. The second thing that I wanted to show you is that I have been inspired to try sinking funds again. I have tried this in previous seasons of my life, and it never worked out for me. I didn't stay consistent, but I've decided that I am going to try it again. Y'all, we are in some crazy times, in my opinion, and the job market, the housing market, interest rates, almost everybody I know has a second job now. You know what I'm saying? And I know for sure I'm trying to make sure that I have multiple streams of income as well. So the need to be able to save for rainy day or save for emergencies, I think is very, very important. And so I am going to try the sinking funds method again, because I feel like I'm a beginner and I'm doing this, I'm starting over at this. I'm only going to have two categories. My categories are going to be Christmas spending and my property taxes that are due at the end of the year. So I just wanted to show you what I'm using for that. Years ago, I tried the cash envelope system, where I was stuffing envelopes with cash that I had budgeted for groceries or eating out or clothing or whatever. And I would carry my cash envelopes around, and I used this system, which is kind of like what's called a budget wallet. And I'll show you where I got this from. I found that the cash envelope system did not work for me. I did not enjoy being at the register, fumbling around with the envelopes, trying to figure out, which envelope am I pulling from, and just dealing with cash, period. I just found that wasn't for me. So, but I do still have this system that I purchased. And I will give you, let's see. This is the Etsy shop that I used. Again, this is over 5 years old. The Etsy shop name is Mom Needs a Clone. And what she was selling at the time was what she called her Budget Boss Girl wallet. And so it came, or it didn't come with, I purchased separately her cash envelopes that she created. And they were so pretty. I love the designs on them, which is what attracted me to her shop. And so, as you can see, I tried to categorize mine. At the time, I was using an envelope for groceries, for toiletries, for eating out, and then miscellaneous. But again, I just found that I did not love it. I did not love being at the register fumbling with cash. I prefer to swipe my card and keep it pushing. I know that's the whole point of the cash envelope system, is not using your card. But, we all got to do what works for us. So I haven't been using these envelopes that I bought from her for anything since I decided that system did not work for me. So I decided to use them for my sinking funds. So that's what I'm going to do. So I have taken a couple of the envelopes out and I have relabeled them. And I'm also using a different binder. I was finding that this zipper is getting stuck a lot. So I'm using a different binder. So this is what I'm using, which is really a notebook binder that I bought years ago. So I can't even tell you where I got it from. I want to say I might have got it from Wilson's Leather Goods, because it's a leather notebook binder that is in still really good shape for it to be. I probably need to put some conditioner on it, but I actually like the weathered look. So this is what I've decided to use. The first thing that I did was I did create a dashboard. I felt like I wanted something in, when I first opened the binder, I wanted something that indicated what this is being used for. So I just printed this out off the internet. I can't remember, probably Canvas. I feel like I got this design off of Canvas. I printed it out on my printer and then I laminated it myself. That's a tough word. So I printed it out on my printer and then I used my laminator machine to laminate it. And so I'll insert a video of me doing that here. Okay, so I just want to show you really quickly what I'm doing. So I found this design on Canva. I changed the wording to say annual sinking funds. I'm going to go ahead and laminate it so that I can cut it out and punch it and put it into my sinking funds binder. So I'm going to use these thermal laminating sheets and this Scotch laminating machine. So all I have to do is add it to the pouch or the little pocket, and then you run it through the machine through this opening, and you have to run the sealed edge through the machine first. So that's what I'm about to do, and I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, so I just wanted to have something simple, some kind of simple little dashboard, or I don't know what to call it, in the front, so that when you open it up, you can tell exactly what it's being used for. So I have some notebook pages, and I believe these pages actually came with this book. So they're just blank right now, but these can be used to like make entries every time I add money to my sinking fund categories. I could use that to keep a record of every time I do it. So I haven't decided what I'm going to use this paper for. But as you can see, I've already started stuffing my sinking funds envelopes. And again, because first of all, I'm starting this so late in the year. It's already September. I believe I started in the beginning, mid-August is when I started this. So the year was already more than halfway done. And until I get the hang of it, and until I really create a solid habit of doing this, which means for me that I'm going to have to go to the ATM every payday and get some cash out. And that's going to be a habit that I'm going to have to try hard at keeping anyway, because I just don't use cash very often. So anyway, until I get the hang of it and feel like I'm really sticking with it, I only have 2 sinking funds categories, and again, they are for Christmas and my property taxes that are due at the end of the year. So I just wanted to share that with you. Here's an extra envelope that if I decided I want to throw something else in there, but I just wanted to share that with you in case it inspires you to also go ahead and create some type of rainy day fund, so that we can just be prepared for the stuff that we know is coming up, right? We know, those of us who do Christmas shop, we know that that's coming up. here shortly. We know property taxes are due at the end of the year. So just in case this encourages you to start planning for the things that you know are coming up, and also for us to be planning for the inevitable emergencies, the things that we don't see coming necessarily, but we know that emergencies happen. So that's all that I wanted to share with you. I thought this was a really pretty design that I found on Canvas. The browns in here really go well with the leather binder. So that's what I'm going to be using for my sinking funds. So that's all that I wanted to share with y'all today. Like I said, I hope that was encouraging for someone. I know that I usually watch these videos to be encouraged or motivated to do better as well, these kind of videos. So hopefully that's what this did for you. So that's it. Happy Friday, y'all. I am going to try to put this up today. It is Friday. It is game day. I have on our school colors. Today is Friday Night Lights. We're playing at home. So I have on my purple, and I decided to go ahead and paint my nails purple and add a little acorn, gold acorn for fall. So hope you are spending time with the people and the things that bring you joy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.